Why would you think that now is the right time for an investor to consider the equity long short fund?
What we are seeing in the market now is a lot of volatility. At this point of time, I think a more aggressive approach to the equity can be taken.
What role does a specialized investment fund play in the overall portfolio of an investor?
The net equity levels in those funds are always in the range of 90 to 100%, and it is irrespective of the valuations of the market. Difference versus a traditional equity fund is that the usage of derivatives in this product is significant. The investor gets a much better risk adjusted returns over a 2 to 3 year period.
Hi everyone, welcome to the 13th episode of Fundamentals. On this episode, we will cover the Titanium Equity Long Short Fund. We'll discuss what makes this fund different and how it can fit into the overall investor's portfolio. I am joined with the fund manager of this fund, Mr. Suraj Nanda. Hi Suraj.
Hi, Akshay.
Hi. So Suraj, before we get started and deep dive into the Titanium Equity Long Short Fund, just wanted to get your perspective as a fund manager. What role does a specialized investment fund play in the overall portfolio of an investor, and what problems does it seek to address?
See, Akshay, if you look at the traditional equity funds on the mutual fund side, they are majorly long only, right? So the net equity levels in those funds are always in the range of 90 to 100%, right?
Right.
And it is irrespective of the valuations of the market. The only way you can be defensive on those funds is to increase the cash in the funds, right? So what SIF does is that it takes care of the valuations of the market. So in a normal fund, and the investor needs to think at what point of the market he's entering. Whereas in a SIF kind of a product, an investor can enter at any point of time because the risk in these kind of products is managed by the fund manager. So for example, if the valuations in the markets are very high, like what we saw in mid caps and small caps in 2024, right? So we can reduce the net equity level in the funds when the valuations go more than one standard deviation or two standard deviation versus the history. And when the valuations correct, like what it has happened now, right? You can increase the risk in the portfolio by increasing the net equity levels to almost 80 to 100%. So that is how you are able to manage the risk in the fund way better. And the objective of this category is to give a much better risk adjusted returns and an investment experience for the investor.
Thank you, Suraj. That's clear. Continuing in the same context, why would you think that now is the right time for an investor to consider the equity long short fund?
See, what we are seeing in the market now is a lot of volatility, right? Either let it be, it started, with Liberation Day, tariffs, then we saw, the elections happening, then we saw, the budget volatility, and now we have the war, geopolitical volatility, right? And what we have seen now is that the markets have also corrected to a good extent, right? And in this kind of a scenario, an equity long short fund, which is a more aggressive product versus the hybrid long short, which we have already launched, right? Which was launched at a level when the market return expectation was not that high, right? At that point, you needed more of an asset allocation in terms of debt and equity. Whereas if you look at the markets now, the valuations have corrected in mid caps, small caps, even large caps have corrected. So at this point of time, I think a more aggressive approach to the equity can be taken, and equity long short fits well into the investor portfolio in that sense, because you're able to take a higher risk, you are able to manage the volatility better in this fund, both on the upside and the downside, and the investor gets a much better risk adjusted returns over a 2 to 3 year period.
Understood. So, continuing from that, what makes the Titanium Equity Long Short Fund different from a perspective of an investor who is used to investing in the traditional mutual funds?
Yeah, like I said, a traditional flexi cap or a large cap fund has a net equity of 90 to 100% at every level of the market, right? Whereas we have seen, right, when the valuations go significantly higher, you need to reduce the risk in the portfolio. And that is where, an equity long short fund will play that role in the portfolio of the investor, where, it is automatically reducing the risk in the investor portfolio by reducing the net equity level. The difference versus a traditional equity fund is that the usage of derivatives in this product is significant versus what you can do in a long only product. The only thing you can do using derivatives in a long only is hedging. Whereas here you can do hedging as well as the unhedged derivative, which SIF as a category allows you to do to manage the risk for the investor way better.
Yes.
A very simple example, I can say that, and like I said, when the valuations go +2 standard deviation, this kind of product can reduce the net equity to almost 30 to 50%. Right, and when the markets fall like it has fallen now, we can increase it to 90 plus.
Yeah.
Right, when it has come to almost a -1 standard deviation. So that is how this fund is able to protect the downside, capture the upside, and as a result, over a 2 to 3 year period, the risk-adjusted returns looks very well.
Yeah. And continuing from that, like you mentioned, derivative strategies are a key component of the equity long short fund. Could you highlight some of the derivative strategies that you might deploy as part of this fund?
Yeah, so let's break the derivative strategies into two buckets. One is hedging, one is the unhedged derivative. Now, hedging, like I said, is already used in a traditional mutual fund.
That's
right? Now, hedging you can do through either futures, and if you're doing it using options, you are doing covered call. Now, if you're doing using futures, it is same whether
Correct.
you completely hedge it, because we have arbitrage funds which
Yeah.
completely hedge the portfolio. Whereas if you're using options for hedging, if you're using covered call, a traditional fund can do covered call for only 15% of the portfolio and do only 30% of the position of the stock, right? Whereas these kind of limitations are not there in a SIF category. So you can do covered call for almost 100% position, right? So that is what, the hedging is also somewhere flexible in terms of how you can use the covered call to earn the premium and even deliver the stock if you are ready to book profits in that. Now, if you come to the unhedged part, which is a differentiating factor, right? What SIF category allows you to do is to take unhedged shorts up to 25%, though there is no limitation on the upside. And the way it can be used is that, like I said, a traditional mutual fund uses only hedging. Whereas if you have that flexibility of using unhedged derivative, you can use indirect hedges. Right? For example, if something is an upstream play on oil and you see oil prices going up, you have a long on upstream oil. Whereas, to protect the downside, you can short an user of input of oil. Right? So in that way, you can use those indirect hedges very well in this portfolio. Then you have a paired long short, which is a fundamental long short kind of a strategy where within a sector, you take a long on a stock where you think is a market share gainer, where the earnings momentum is good, where the earnings expectations or the earnings delivery will be good. And you can short a stock where you think it's a market share loser, the company is not doing well in this competitive scenario. So in that way you can do paired long short where you're doing much more fundamental in terms of earnings. And then you have thematic shorts in this kind of a world where AI has been a significant disruptor across sectors. You can have thematic shorts like what we saw on IT in the month of Feb, right? And AI is going to disrupt different sectors consistently, right? So we have to keep on we have to be cognizant of what is happening, and in that way you will get those thematic shorts, because the terminal value of some companies will get depleted because of AI. And similarly you will have thematic longs, because like first for example we saw a defense theme which played post COVID, or a rail theme, or so many themes have played, right? So in that way you can have thematic longs using derivatives. So that is how you have to use futures and the options in both the unhedged and the hedged part of the derivatives.
From an overall positioning perspective, the Titanium Equity Long Short Fund, A, on the risk return profile, and B, on the investment horizon. How should investors look at it?
So the way we are positioning it is more like a flexi cap plus fund, where you are able to deliver a better risk adjusted returns versus that category over a 2 to 3 year period. Why I am saying over a 2 to 3 year period, which is the time horizon, because in that period you get that entire market cycle. where you get a bull phase, you get a sideways market, you get a bear phase, right? And these products will do well over the market cycle because it reduces the volatility for the investor over that 3 years. And a 3 year horizon will give you that answer why it has beaten that, peer or the benchmark with a much lower risk.
Yeah.
So that is how, we are positioning the fund with the 2 to 3 year time horizon.
Thank you, Suraj, for those insights. So what's clear is the positioning would be like a flexi cap plus, and the ideal investment horizon should be about 2 to 3 years.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for joining in. On this episode, we deep dived on the Titanium Equity Long Short Fund's strategy and its positioning. We understood how it uses long and short strategies to maximize investors' returns and minimize its risks. We hope this has been insightful. Thank you.
Investments in specialized investment fund involves relatively high risk, including potential loss of capital, liquidity risk, and market volatility. Please read all investment strategy related documents carefully before making the investment decision.